Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I'm Buddy Strange, this is StrangeVoodooTV, and we've got ourselves some playoff games, wildcard weekend. Oh man, I'm excited. But before we get into the wildcard picks and see who wins, first we gotta check out the last week of football, week 17, so let's do that. First off, win of the week is going to be a split this week, and it's going to be all the teams that won with the playoffs on the line. That includes the Colts, Eagles, and the Ravens, who all won when they needed it the most. Some other teams won with playoff implications, but they didn't win to get in. These teams needed to win to get in, and they did it. And they did it each with really impressive wins, and it just has to be a split this week. The Colts, the Eagles, and the Ravens all get win of the week. Alright, next up, loss of the week is going to be the Packers losing to the Lions. Oof, that one hurt. And now the Packers have to go into the offseason with that lasting memory of this season. Maybe it pushes them forward into next season, gives them something to be mad about, give them that hunger for next year. Who knows? I think that'll all come from who they decide to hire as their head coach. But that being said, yeah, 31-0 loss. You get shut out and at home in Lambeau. Oof, that's got a sting going in the offseason. That wasn't good. Aaron Rodgers got knocked out with a concussion, and then Deshaun Kaiser just, oof. Yeah, you need to get a better backup. You need to get a better backup because Aaron has been breaking down these past couple of seasons, and you just need someone in there who can be a competent backup, who can come in like a Nick Foles and get the job done for you. But anyway, yeah, loss of the week. Alright, next up, SVTV's Players of the Week. First off, we've got Offensive Player of the Week, Dak Prescott, throwing for 4 touchdowns and a game winner. Yes, that was the 2-point conversion. Played really good football without Zeke, which is very important, albeit against a Giants defense, but still impressive. The other nominee for Offensive Player of the Week, if you want to mention others, was a part of the same game on the same team, Blake Jarwin, who Dak Prescott went to all friggin' day. And if you don't know what I'm talking about,
you must really love Blake Jarwin because you went to him all friggin' day, so...
and who caught himself 3 touchdowns and an interesting stat that was said on Sunday. And here's a little trivia for you if you want to know. Other than Blake Jarwin, who was the last Cowboy to catch 3 touchdowns in a game? I'll give you 3 seconds. And the answer is not Jason Witten. Yeah, that kind of surprised me too. Thought it'd be Jason Witten, and then it was like, maybe Jay Novacek, but no, the answer is Billy Joe Dupree in 1972, catching 3 touchdowns for the Cowboys. Yeah, really surprised it wasn't Witten, but he was solid for a long time, but never really an all-star like a Gates or a Gonzalez. But seriously, Iron Man of the league was Witten, but not on the list for Cowboys tight ends with 3 touchdowns. Anyway, Dak Prescott, Offensive Player of the Week. Defensive Player of the Week is going to be Fletcher Cox, coming in with a big game, dominating that Washington interior line, and just, yeah, big reason why they shut out Washington this past week. Really good job by Fletcher Cox. Special Teams Player of the Week is going to be Matt Prater with a touchdown pass. Okay, Matt, what are you doing there, bud? Anyway, he also completed 100% of both his field goals and extra points in that 31-0 route at Lambeau. Whew, good job, Matt. Alright, Offensive Rookie of the Week is going to be Josh Allen. I know Baker Mayfield did good, Lamar Jackson did good, Saquon Barkley, is always in the running for Offensive Rookie of the Week, but Josh Allen gets it today. He balled out. Absolutely madman on the field against the Dolphins, getting himself rushing score after rushing score, passing scores, just all across the board. That man was getting it done. Josh Allen, 42 points. Good job. That was very impressive outing by Josh Allen to end the year, giving Buffalo and their great fan base something to root for going into the offseason, something to look forward to next year for sure. Alright, Defensive Rookie of the Week is going to be none other than Darius Leonard. Okay, the guy who's been compared to Derek Brooks more times than I can tell you right off the top of my head. Call me Chris Collinsworth, but here's a guy. Here's a guy who is, I mean, really good in coverage. Can tackle. Everyone knows he can tackle. He tackled his way up the boards to top tackler in the whole NFL as a rookie. Like I said, has coverage ability, can go in and get a sack if you need him to rush. I mean, who I would compare him to, I mean, Derek Brooks. Fantastic, but I think it's a little too early for a Derek Brooks. I'd wait just a couple more years for him to build on that till he gets to a Derek Brooks. I'm fine with that comparison, but I'd compare him right now more to a Keith Bullock. If you remember Keith Bullock for the Titans way back when, and I think Giants for like a year or two, but I remember him more as a Titan. That's who I would compare him to now, and then as he grows into his stardom and his potential, I would move him up to a Derek Brooks. But right now, Keith Bullock, but that's still a really good comparison. I'd take that if I were Darius Leonard. Very, very good linebacker and potentially Defensive Rookie of the Year. We'll see. But right now, Defensive Rookie of the Week, Darius Leonard. All right, now, SVTV's Play of the Week. Take it away. Alright, how'd you like that Play of the Week, guys? Nah, I'm just... Congrats, Kyle Williams, on a great career, another Iron Man of the league, and just a great overall player, an awesome guy, and I'm glad they gave him the ball on Sunday. Great job on your career, and I wish you well in retirement, buddy. Anyway, no, here's the actual SVTV Play of the Week.
Prescott, pressure from Vernon, spins away, looking, throwing, going end zone, incomplete! Part of him goes down. Is that knee going? Look at that right there. He's down. That's a catch. But what a catch.
Review, the receiver got a knee down and maintained control of the ball.
Alright, what a catch by Beasley. That was crazy. I mean, the throw was there, but Beasley had to go up and get it, and he got it, and that knee, whew, that knee was close. That knee was close. I actually watched that live, not in person, but live on the television, and that, whew, I was like, that's a catch, that's a catch. And it was, and that's why it was Play of the Week. Alright, everybody, and now, how did I do last week, and did we hit 60%? Drum roll, please. We hit 60%. We did it. We did it. Yes, we did it. We hit 75% of our games last week, and that means that pushed us over the edge to 60.2%, and whew, that was a close one. I wanted to hit 60%. That was my goal at the beginning of the season with these pick'ems, is to at least hit 60%, and we did it. And whew, am I happy that we did that. So that's regular season. We're gonna start a whole new percentage for my playoffs, and then I want to do a video where we kind of look at all my pick'ems and analyze the data, because I don't know, I really like data and analyzing it and stuff. I'm a really big stats guy, so I might do a video breaking all that down. But right now, I want to preserve that 60% for the regular season. We're moving into a quote-unquote new pick'em season with these playoff picks. And speaking of that, let's get into these wild card picks. Okay, first off, on Saturday, we have the Colts versus the Texans. Colts coming off a big game against the Titans to get them into the playoffs, and the Texans kind of coasting in there. They had a nice victory last week. But to me, I think the Colts have more momentum going into this game, and I'm actually going to pick the Colts going to Houston on the road and winning against the Texans. I think the Colts have the better offense. Deshaun Watson's good. DeAndre Hopkins is lights out good, but the Colts have 3 different tight ends they can go to. T.Y. Hilton, and a pretty good run game by committee, Marlon Mack and Jordan Wilkins, and just that it's a really good run game. Plus, they have a really, really good offensive line, which I think can fend off J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney, and the like. On the flip side, the Texans won't be able to move the ball as well against this Colts defense, which is also pretty good, led by Darius Leonard. And as well, on the Texans defense, they are really bad in the secondary, which you wouldn't think they would be. And it's counter to the past seasons. And you think with adding Tyrann Mathieu would be good, but it's not that good this season, and I think Andrew Luck can take advantage of that. I think the Colts win 34-28 in a pretty close game, but I think the Colts, they go into Houston and they win. All right, the Seahawks versus the Cowboys. The Cowboys with a dominant defense coming in. They've got Zeke. They know they can run. And on the flip side, we've got the Seahawks with Russell Wilson and a bad line. Oof. But a defense that has proved to be capable. They also have one of the top rushing offenses in the league. Actually, I think the top rushing offense in the league. A running game by committee, and it's working really well for them. Plus, they have some really good momentum coming into this game. And Pete Carroll, who's actually really bringing the team together, he's up there for Coach of the Year honors. He's in the running. We'll say that he's in the running for sure. He's brought that team around. Nobody thought they were going to be good. I thought they were going to be mediocre. I didn't think they were going to be terrible. I didn't think they were going to be great or as good as they were. I thought they were an 8-8 team, probably is where I probably would have put them. 7-9, 8-8, and they came in and they got 10-6, and they got a wild card spot when it mattered the most. They beat the Chiefs, and I think they beat the Cowboys here. And the reason is I think Russell Wilson can scramble and make plays for them, get it to Doug Baldwin, get it to Tyler Lockett, and I think between Carson and Penny and whoever they give the ball to, I think they can get past the Cowboys in this game. I think the Cowboys will put up a valiant effort, and I think it's going to be close, but I think the Seahawks do win 17-13 in this game. Alright, now we got Sunday playoff football. Oh, damn, these games are going to be good. Chargers versus Ravens 2.0. This time, the Chargers travel to Baltimore, and it's going to be a really good game. The Chargers have a great offense. They have a pretty good defense. They're pretty well-rounded, and that's what you need in playoff football. But on the flip side, the Ravens have shown that they have really grown on offense. They've catered to Lamar Jackson's style, and it's proved to really help them in their run to the playoffs, getting them in the playoffs, and their defense is just straight up dominant, have been all season, and it's going to be in Baltimore, and that's why I'm going to have to say the Ravens win this one again against the Chargers. I think the Chargers trying to come into Baltimore and play playoff football in the cold weather and everything. I don't see it. I don't think the Chargers are going to travel well. I think the Ravens with their defense at home is just going to stifle any Phillip Rivers attempt to win. And I think they can stop Melvin Gordon and Keenan Allen. I think it is really close, as playoff football should be. And I think as most of these games are going to be, because these teams are really good competitors, this is going to be one of the best playoffs just all around. And I think in this game it's going to be a really good one as well. I think the Ravens win 28-26 over the Chargers and advance to the divisional round. All right, next up, the last game of this wild card round, the Eagles versus the Bears. This is a very interesting one. The Eagles with Big Dick Nick yet again coming in and trying to win themselves a game. The Bears with a top-ranked defense and a pretty good offense. I think they're really well-rounded as well. Probably more so than the Chargers, but still really well-rounded. I think Trubisky can have himself a game through the air, being that the Eagles are kind of pretty bad in their pass defense. And then when need be, I think they can run against this Eagles defense as well with Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen. And I think they get themselves a win at home against the Eagles. It's going to be a tough fought game, but I think the magic of Foles and the Eagles ends here. It was a really good run, and I wouldn't be surprised if you move on, but I think the Eagles season ends here with a Bears win 27-20, and it just falls short of moving to the division round. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I would not be surprised, but I don't know. I think the Bears defense is a little too good, and I think that's what a lot of people believe too. But I wouldn't underestimate Nick Foles' ability to drag his dong up and down this field for a bunch of scores against the defense. But no, I don't know what I'm saying. No, Bears win. Anyway, that's going to be it for us here today, guys. Here's the wild card picks. Man, I can't wait to watch these games. It's going to be some good playoff football. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. As I said in yesterday's video, Red Dead video, we are growing and it feels good, and I'm glad you're along with me on this ride. It's gonna be a fun one. It has been a fun one. It's gonna continue being a fun one. Thank you very much to everyone who have decided to join me in this strange and wild journey. I appreciate it. That being said, enjoy yourself some playoff football, and as always, I'm Buddy Strange. This is StrangeVoodooTV. Keep it strange, people. I'll see you in the next one, and peace out.